Hello everyone, welcome to our discussion for today. Since we already discussed the introduction or the terminologies, concepts we need to know for shear and moment, we will be now focusing on the computation of the shear and moment for beams. But before that, let's just discuss other deeper level of the concepts of our topic. Okay, so let's start with the sign convention. Ano ba yung mga ibig sabihin natin when it comes to ganitong mga figure na nakikita natin sa ating shear and moment? So, for this one, if meron kayo na-encounter na downward forces, downward represent a negative sign, and ang upward forces is a positive sign. Okay. Ngayon, kapag na-encounter nyo naman ang ganitong figure, let's say we have triangle load or trapezoidal load, and magi-start siya sa pinakamas malaking value. Okay? Meron tayo ditong load 2 and then yung load 1, which means na mas mauuna yung pinakamalaking value kaysa sa pinakamaliit na value. Therefore, masasabi natin na ang ganitong figure is decreasing ang kanyang value. While on this another figure, pag nag-start tayo kay W1 and then papunta kay W2, ibig sabihin na ang figure natin is increasing value. Okay. While sa ating moment, pagdating naman natin kay moment, ano ba ang nire-represent pag ganitong figure na yung nakikita natin? So, sabihin natin, ito yung beam natin or yung horizontal axis natin. If we encounter a figure doon sa taas ng ating beam, ibig sabihin, it is on the positive side or positive area, and then increasing ang value natin. Okay, so parang magmula sa 0, magpapunta sa value na unknown value, ibig sabihin increasing yung ating data. While here, pag nasa baba na ng beam yung ating shape or yung figure or yung ating moment, ibig sabihin ang ating data is already on the negative side or negative area, and then ang ating value na from higher or from mas mataas na value papunta kay 0, ibig sabihin decreasing na ang ating value or papunta na siya kay 0. Okay. So, yun muna yung sa ating sign convention. Next tayo sa ating degree of power. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng degree of power? Degree of power, nire-represent yan ng ating small letter n. Ibig sabihin kung doon tayo nagbe-base if anong power yung mga figure or diagrams na ating ginagamit for the shear and moment. Okay. Meron tayo ditong different types of load. We have here, this one is the point load. This one is the uniform load. And this one is the non-uniform. It can be triangle or trapezoidal. Okay. Ngayon, ito yung mga kadalasan nating nakikita or nai-encounter sa ating shear and moment diagram. Mag-umpisa tayo kay point load. Kung ang nakita nyo sa inyong drawing is point load, ibig sabihin, pagdating kay shear, ang magiging figure na natin is uniform load or rectangle shape na yung mai-encounter natin dyan. And then, ang magiging value ng ating rectangle is 0 degree. Pagdating kay moment naman, from rectangle, ang shape natin, magkakaroon na tayo ng triangle na shape or matatawag natin na nasa first degree curve na yung ating shape sa ating moment. Okay. Next naman, kay uniform load. Pag uniform load naman po yung nakita natin or na-encounter nating figure sa ating shear and moment diagram or sa ating given problem, ibig po sabihin, pagdating kay shear, ang magiging figure po natin dyan is yung first degree triangle. While sa moment naman po, ang may encounter na natin dyan ay yung tinatawag na nating spandrel or yung meron na siyang pa-curve. So, spandrel is magi-start po sa second degree yung kanyang value ng degree of power. Okay. Ngayon, once naman na napunta na po tayo kay trapezoidal or nag-start kay triangle, ang mangyayari po dyan, pagdating kay shear, is nasa second degree of curve na po tayo. Second degree. And then, ang ating moment is matatawag na nating third degree. So, ano ba yung mga bearing nitong tinatawag nating third degree, first degree, or second degree? Magkakaroon po siya ng bearing kasi po, ang ating shear and moment is nakabase din po sa pagko-compute ng area. Sa area lang po natin nakukuha yung computation natin mismo para mapalabas yung value natin sa shear and value natin sa moment. Okay. Ngayon, tignan natin area ng rectangle. For area ng rectangle, ang magiging value natin dyan is 1 over n plus 1 base times height. Kumbaga, ito yung pinaka-general formula natin for area. Ayan. Kay rectangle, ang ating n is 0. Kung isa-substitute natin, 0 plus 1 base times height. So, ang magiging area lang ng rectangle is base times height. Ganon din po, pag pumunta tayo kay triangle, area ng triangle is 1 over n plus 1. Ang n ng triangle is itong first degree. So, substitute natin 1 over 1 plus 1 base times height. Therefore, magiging 1/2 base times height. So, doon po nanggagaling kung paano natin nako-compute yung area ng ating mga shape na na-encounter natin sa shear and moment. While for our spandrel, pag spandrel na po ang na-encounter natin, papalitan nyo lang din po yung n ng second degree or third degree. It depends kung ano po yung given. So, yung n po, na-identify naman po natin if anong n na tayo or anong n na yung ginagamit natin or anong degree of power na yung ginagamit natin. So, kung ang spandrel na second degree, ang area po na gagamitin natin is yung 1/3 base times height. So, ganun lang po natin na-identify yung area ng bawat shape. Okay? Okay, so next is we have here yung tinatawag natin curvature or kung paano ba natin ikini-curve or i-draw yung ating figure. Okay, so ang palatandaan dito, we have kung gusto nyong mas mabilis, we have the D or positive D, we have negative I, we have negative D, and we have positive I. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga ito? Okay, so nakikita nyo muna dito, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4. Ibig sabihin, etong 1, it's convex upward. Yung value, it's upward, pero ang curve niya is pa-convex yung kanyang drawing. We also have second is the convex downward. We have the third is concave downward. And then lastly is we have the concave upward. And for this one, yung sinasabi kong mnemonics na DD, it's because we have here, ibig sabihin positive decreasing. This one is negative increasing, negative decreasing, and positive increasing. Ma'am, paano po ba yun? Okay, so punta tayo dito kay shear. Okay. Hindi ba first kasi merong binibigay na mga problems or figures kung saan yun yung magiging basis natin kung paano natin ito-draw yung ating shear diagram natin. Okay. So, itong mga to na nakikita nyo, ito is based siya sa magiging result or based siya doon sa loadings given sa problem. So, ito naman is nasa shear diagram na tayo. First, we have here, etong sabi ko nga, positive D, ibig sabihin positive decreasing. From a load, higher load, pababa yung value ng ating loads, pero ang kanyang given given loads is upward yung arrow niya. So, nakabase yun sa arrow, but the value is decreasing siya. Okay, so sabihin natin, example, meron tayo dito 20 na value and this one is 10. So, the value is decreasing, pero nasa positive part or positive area yung ating diagram. Next is we have the negative increasing. So, ibig sabihin, mula sa value natin, pa-increase siya, papunta siya sa 20. Pero ibig sabihin ng negative, it's that yung loadings natin, possible na pa-downward ang kanyang direction. Yung, di ba, meron tayong downward force. Okay. Next is, we have the negative decreasing. Ibig sabihin, from higher value, we have 20 for example, and then meron tayong value na 10 para sa lesser value. So, nagiging negative decreasing siya kasi pababa yung value, at the same time, downward din po yung force natin. While in the positive increasing, ang ating force is upward, and at the same time, ang ating value ng loads is from lower to higher value. Ngayon naman, if after natin ma-identify ang ating shear, pupunta na tayo or kino-compute na natin ang moment by still solving the area ng nasa shear natin. Pero ano ba ang mga magiging part ng ating moment diagram? So, sa ating moment diagram, if pasok siya sa ating positive decreasing, ganito ang magiging figure niya. So, this one represents yung beam. Nagiging beam yung, kumbaga, yung pinaka-axis ng ating drawing. Ayan. Okay. Ngayon, ibig sabihin, dito sa positive decreasing, yung ating figure is nasa taas ng ating beam, and at the same time, yung value natin is decreasing decreasing yung value. So, for example, meron tayong from 10, and then, meron tayong value na 5. For example lang po yung mga nilalagay kong value. We still have an example para mas lalo nyo maintindihan. Okay? And then next is, kapag ang figure natin, this one, nakabase tayo sa negative increasing. Therefore, ang magiging value or drawing natin for a moment is magiging negative increasing. Pero yung ang ating figure is nasa below beam na yung sample natin. While here, sa ating negative decreasing naman, nasa below beam din ang magiging figure natin. If ganito ang figure natin sa shear, ito naman ang equivalent figure niya pagdating kay moment. Okay? And then, pag kay shear is naka-positive increasing tayo, ang ating figure for moment is nasa above beam from lower value to higher value. So, ating shear diagram is nagbe-base tayo doon sa loadings na or doon sa figure or sa problem na sinosolve natin. And then, para mapalabas natin ng moment diagram, magbe-base tayo sa area na nako-compute natin kay shear. So, ayun yung pinaka-concept natin sa ating shear and moment diagram for the computation. We will still be solving or I will still give you 2 to 3 examples para mas malinawan tayo how to compute shear and moment diagram. I hope you understand the concept. Yes, medyo mahirap medyo mahirap siya intindihin by concept lang. So, I hope the example problem will help us to understand better. So, if ever you have a question, please do message me lang sa messenger or comment kayo sa GCR. Thank you and have a good day.